Hi, and welcome back to Ask a Pennsylvania Dutchman. My name is Chris LaRose, and this here is Douglas Maidenford. How are you, Doug?
How would you say that if I was like a WWE wrestler coming onto the ring? How would you say my name? You got that voice. Can you do that? What would you say?
I don't know. How do they
What would my
start
wrestler's name be? Like the Flying Dutchman or something?
The Flying Dutchman. Because your move would be the jumping off of the posts and belly flopping things.
Belly flopping
Belly
things?
flopping.
Is that a verb?
Now entering the ring.
Yeah.
Douglas Maidenford, the Flying Dutchman.
Yeah, I'd run in.
And then you jump in Flying Star.
I have hex signs on my cape. Yeah.
And a mask.
Rachel Yoder, could you make me a cape with hex signs on, please?
We need to paint Doug as a pro wrestler.
As a pro wrestler. For all you digital artists out there, there's your challenge for the week.
Well, now, if I were your pro wrestler sidekick, who would I be?
Sauerkraut Boy.
Sauerkraut Boy. All right, that ain't bad. Yeah, I like sauerkraut.
But, you know, in pro wrestling, there's always a good guy and a bad guy.
The face and the heel.
That face and the heel.
You know, I know that because I have a friend who is a pro wrestler.
You do?
Yeah, Tommy Hyler. He was a good friend of mine in college.
What was his wrestler name?
I don't remember.
Was he a face or was he a heel?
I think he was a heel.
Oh,
and he had like a character like a voodoo guy, a staff with like a voodoo shrunken head on the top, and he's a pretty cool dude.
Was he the voodoo doctor?
I don't remember. I'm gonna have to ask him again. We'll have to get in touch with him, and we'll have.
Well, I'm the face. I'm the face. You're the heel. Okay. Or is it the other way around?
Well, I think if we're sidekicks, we're both. We're either the face or the heel.
Oh, we're both faces.
We gotta be. Well, who's the bad guy then?
Well, we don't worry about that right now. We'll have to think about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
anyway, yeah. Oh, we do.
Doing something?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Well, all right. So this question comes in from Terry Ginter of Cyberspace.
Okay.
It says, "Hi, Doug."
Oh, hi. Hi, Terry.
Well, what about me? No. Okay. Well,
no love for Sauerkraut Boy.
Hi, Doug. Not Chris. Hi, Doug. I was shopping this morning for pig's feet jelly and thought that this would be a good subject for you and Chris to discuss. Doesn't say hi to me, but wants me to discuss pig feet. All right. Well,
jelly.
Pig's
feet jelly.
Please show us some love for the not so popular Pennsylvania Dutch foods.
So we gotta show some love for the non-popular Pennsylvania Dutch foods.
What if that's the pro wrestling heel?
Pig's feet jelly.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't sound like a wrestler name.
It could be. Real big guy. Sumo wrestler. Pig's feet jelly.
We'll think about that. You know, it's true. We've done tons of food videos on here. And we've always talked about the stuff that everybody loves. Like good chips and sock wash summer sausage and good cheese and red beet eggs. But there's some food in the Pennsylvania Dutch culture that people really, even some hardcore Dutchies are like, I don't think I want to eat that. Like pig's feet jelly, sauce, or tripe. Have you ever had tripe?
Probably.
Yeah. It's delicious. But there's a lot of people that be like, no thanks, I'll pass.
You just gotta not know what it is.
And like pig stomach, stuffed pig stomach, what I think is our greatest cultural gift to the culinary world. There's a lot of people that just look at that and be like, they can't get past the...
knowing what it is.
Yeah, I think you're right. If you don't tell somebody what it is, they usually eat it. But how can we show love for these unique food items that we have in our culture? Because I'll be honest, you go to Dietrich's Meats or you go to some other butcher shop and you look in the glass case and there's a thing of tripe or there's a thing of sauce and it's brawn and gelatin.
I have an idea. What if when you go to a potluck dinner, where you have all these people, they bring things.
Yeah.
You bring that. And you put it on the dessert table.
On the dessert table?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because people aren't going to know what it is. They walk up, they see this jelly thing, and they think, oh, it's got to be a dessert on the dessert table. So they get it, they try it, they think, oh my God, this is good.
But it's full of meat.
Yeah, well, there's dessert meats.
In Pennsylvania Dutch culture.
Yeah.
You think that's the way you get around it?
I think that's how you
trick
do it.
people into there's a table of cakes and pies and all this
And
stuff.
they'll have jellos and all sorts of nonsense up there, but you
so
bring
people be like, they're in the mindset, this is the sweets, this is the good stuff.
Yeah, well, maybe not the sweets, but definitely the stuff that you want.
Well, the
after
dessert
dinner.
table, the sweets, yeah.
the good stuff.
So
if you
their
put it
mind
there-
has tricked them into it.
Yeah, they think, oh boy, this is gonna be desserts. I know I'm already gonna like it. I
So
like
they
everything else here.
take a piece of sauce and they pop it in their mouth because they see the jelly stuff on it, and then
they're
they get
they're gonna like it even more.
But they get a vinegar taste right away in their mouth. Then I think the brain's gonna be like, time out, what am I doing? This isn't sweet.
And then they're gonna like it even more because it's the one thing that stands out on the dessert table. It balances it out. You know, it's kind of like the bread and oil that people do. You gotta have the sauce, you gotta have the cookies.
I don't know.
I think it could work, Doug.
It's all about image in this world. And all about
that's
branding and
pretty
marketing.
sad.
I know it is.
Well,
Look at us
if you
too.
market and brand
So
pig's
that's
feet jelly
that's what
as
you
a dessert,
That's
it
why
next
I
to
think
cookies.
that's why I think we should always call it by the Pennsylvania Dutch word. Because you say pig's feet jelly in English, right away people are going to be like, ugh. But if you say the word sauce, they're not going to necessarily know what that is. Maybe they'll be intrigued. Same way with tribe. Use the Pennsylvania Dutch word, kudelfleck. You hear that word, you're like, kudelfleck.
Oh,
what's
that sounds nice.
Well, let me try it.
Koodle, that sounds
Now, you
like
don't
cuddle. It's gotta be
That's
sweet
right,
fun,
yeah. You don't tell them what it is. That's a big trick. I mean, as a
And
parent.
then you put it on the dessert table, Doug.
Well, I don't know. Maybe.
I'm telling you, it'll work. It'll work.
You know, I also think to get our younger generation out there, what you gotta do is you gotta get them to make them want to put it on their Instagram or on their social media.
Oh, they'll do that
'Cause
by
then,
default.
Yeah, they'll be like,
They'll-
check out this cool stuff I'm eating, and
They'll
have
put anything on
right.
there.
But that's the thing. But we gotta get them to entice them to do that, because then once they do it, and all these likes and hearts and all this stuff start flicking, and all the chemicals in the brain start coming back, because they're like, oh man, my picture of me and my sauce got 85 likes today. Oh my gosh, and my friends are all commenting. We gotta get people to want to
Wow,
use
Doug.
that, and
You
then
sound like a millennial.
I'm not.
But
you
might
gotta
as well be.
You gotta look. If you want to survive in this world, you gotta put yourself in other people's shoes every once in a while. So if your job is to try and entice people to like these lesser loved Pennsylvania Dutch food items,
You gotta make it like a
you gotta
speakeasy.
trick them.
You gotta trick them and
You
think.
gotta trick them.
I think you ought to have a speakeasy, underground meat market.
And then it makes it.
You got a
kinda
secret
like,
knock on the
that's
door,
what
kind
I'm
of like
talking
Prohibition.
about. You gotta make it that people want it, whether they want it or not.
Well, that's pretty easy, I think.
Well, I think as easy as some of these people are to fool these days,
Yeah.
we can do it. So I'm throwing out there to all the butcher shops out there, or these, and that's the other thing. Call it like a boutique,
Boutique
or like
artisan sauce.
artisan sauce, or artisan kudelfleck,
Craft Kudelfleck.
local farm kudelfleck. People will go crazy,
Mhm.
and they won't even know what they're eating.
Free range, non-GMO.
free range, non-GMO. You
Farm
throw
to
all
table.
you throw all those fancy $5 words in, and then you charge a lot for it, and they'll be like,
Oh, yeah.
that's expensive. I bet it's really good."
I bet if you double the price, you'd get people doing it.
That's funny like that. I'm telling you, you got kudelfleck on the thing for $2 a pound.
Nobody's
Nobody's buying it.
Put it $14.95.
You put it
a
$14.95, all of a sudden
Oh,
everybody's
we
like,
better
"What?
get
So
this
we gotta
before
try
it
this.
goes up."
That's right. Telling you. That's how we do it. What was this guy's name? Terry, right?
Terry.
Terry, I think that's what we need to do. We as a people need to market ourselves to the buying public.
What if we go the backwards route, kind of like
What's the backwards route?
like a Ferrari dealer,
What do you mean?
where it's like if you know, then you know. If you don't, then you don't.
Well, that's a good point.
And then if it's like if you gotta ask how much it is,
you don't need.
you can't afford it.
That's right. Well, that's a good idea too.
So what if we're out there eating this stuff? Somebody's like, "Wow, what's that?" And
You're like, don't worry about it.
It's-
You
I can't
can't
tell
find
you.
it.
We're
You
not
can't.
allowed.
You
It's,
can't get. You can't find this anywhere.
You'll
You
never,
say that kind
you'll
of
never
stuff?
get it. You'll never get it. Well, I could tell you, but we'd have to make you into it.
Yeah, no. I think both ways are effective.
We could do.
I don't know which one's more effective.
Well,
because
what
if
if
you
we
get
hit
that-
them with the 1-2? We start with with the kind of
I like the back doorway first.
back doorway first,
Yeah.
and then once the cat's out of the bagel, we really
Out of the bagel?
Yeah.
Out of the bag.
the cat's out.
A cat is in a bagel?
Well, you know they like bagels. But once the cat's out of the bag, then
Oh, okay, yeah.
Then we turn it around on them and overly publicize it.
That's the plan.
Mhm.
There you go, Terry.
There's the trick.
I
There's
love
the trick.
See, once again, people come to us
Yeah,
with what might seem like a silly question.
that seemed pretty important.
Well, I know, but and look at what we were able to do.
Yeah. Well, all right. I think you heard it then.
What a great question, Terry. Thanks so much.
Yeah. Well, you heard it from the Dutchman. Anything else?
But go buy some Kudelfleck and some sauce.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Highway Meat Market, Dietrich's.
There's tons of places. Yeah.
All over the place.
All over the place.
And then tell your neighbors or don't tell them.
Well, yeah, you're like, what?
In
the neighbor
whatever
will be like,
order you want.
looking over the fence. What are you eating over there?
You could be
don't worry
strategic
about it.
about it. You could get some and then take it on like a walk around the block to eat the stuff. And you just
Oof.
like walk it around the park and you know.
Well, what's that? What's that?
Oh man, this is so good. Look,
Yeah.
oh wow,
Oh.
I'm so glad I'm alone eating this all by myself when no one can come up and ask me for it, you know? And then they'll be like, oh, I gotta know it.
Oh, yeah, well, I gotta get some too.
Oh, where'd you get that? Can I have some?
Can I take a picture?
Yeah.
Fadamsai.
Yep.
Fadamsai.
What if we treat it like an alien? Like when we start to let them know what it is, we don't do it all at once at first, so we make them like
Always come back for more.
like, hey, what is this stuff? Can I get a picture? And then it'll circulate all over the Instagrams or whatever.
Yeah.
And then people will be like, oh my gosh, what is that? It's alien food. It's so good. Oh, we gotta try it. Where do we get this stuff? Black market sauce. Yep.
There you go, buddy. Now you know.
Yeah. Yeah, well, all right.
Tell us in the comment section which lesser loved Pennsylvania Dutch food you like. I think it makes good conversation.
It sure does.
It sure does. Hey.
All right. Well, you heard it from the Dutchman. And until next time, Macht's gut.
If you have a question, you have to email us at busterpa@yahoo.com.